Namaste, beloved. How are you? My name is Syma, and I'm an international spiritual coach, healer, goddess guide, yoga teacher, Reiki master, best-selling author, and I have the blessing of supporting beautiful, sensitive souls like yourself all over the world through transformational coaching programs. And if you want to get some info on that, you can visit me at flourishinglotus.com, because that's where I offer many, many gifts and resources for you. But what I would love to talk to you about today is one of my favorite topics, which is intuition. I love this topic so much, and because of all the beautiful, sensitive souls that I get to serve, I've actually developed a program called Awaken and Reclaim Your Spiritual Gifts. I think I should just call it your spiritual power, because that's really what our intuition is. So this program has helped beautiful clients to just finally stop feeling like hypersensitive souls that are like these sponges always soaking up all this other energy, and instead to take our sensitivity, our spiritual sensitivity, and turn it into the gift that it really is, instead of it feeling like a burden or a curse when we don't know what to do with it, as I spent most of my life. So intuition, what it is who we are, right? Because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So as spiritual beings, truly, our intuition is our connection back to the divine. It's our connection back to our divine wisdom, our spirit, the divine creator, God, goddess, whatever you feel most comfortable with calling the divine. Our intuition is how we connect with the divine, how we hear and know that we are supported and guided and loved and empowered to shine. And unfortunately, what happens is a lot of times we don't know that we're intuitive, so we might associate intuition with like a psychic, someone who can see the future, which is not what it is. I mean, that could be what it is, but I want to quickly clarify how we receive our intuition, our intuitive guidance, right? So there's four main ways. They're called clairs. The first is clairvoyant, and that's basically clear seeing. So this could be seeing visions, being able to read auras, seeing flashes of colors of light, which can be traces or auras of angels and ascended masters and goddesses. And it really helps us to see our divine guidance. And in my program, I actually go through details about what each gift is and what its characteristics are, how you might know if you have it, take you through a little survey and a little exercise to know which one is your strongest intuitive ability. But that's clairvoyance. The second one is clairsentience. And clairsentience is clear feeling. So it's associated with the heart chakra. Oh, by the way, clairvoyance is third eye chakra when it's really open, and obviously there's ways to develop it as well. But clairsentience is heart chakra, so it's clear feeling, and this is about being able to feel our intuitive guidance. So if you feel like you can walk into a room and just know the energy of that place, you can feel energy through your hands, through your body. This is clairsentience. Clairsentience is just having a lot of sensitivity around your hands. And if someone has a headache, you intuitively want to touch their hands. You might even be a healer, right? So I'm a Reiki master. A lot of energy healers tend to be very clairsentient. You can feel someone's chakras and energy center more than you might be able to see them. And it's also such a powerful thing because it helps us to know and discern who we want to be around and who we're not comfortable with. So it's really, really powerful to develop our clairsentience, and most of all to trust it, so that we can avoid or know how to set boundaries around toxic people and situations, and really honor ourselves by being around uplifting places and people and in relationships that really honor our sensitive hearts. So that's clairsentience. The other is clairaudience. So this is clear hearing, and this is having clear open ear chakras. This can feel, I keep saying feel like because I'm so clairsentient, but this can feel like you're hearing a voice, a loving, powerful, kind voice. Now, I personally feel like clairaudience is a little more challenging because for most of us, the voice of our human selves or our ego or fear tends to be so on like maximum volume on the dial, whereas the voice of the spirit can be a lot more subtle. But if you are clairaudient, you'll tend to hear your divine guidance, and it can feel like someone is talking to you in a really wise and loving, encouraging and empowering way. So go here, don't do this, take that step, take that course, go on that date, take that job. So it feels like someone is lovingly pushing you to do something or guiding you to do something, instead of I, me, which is more the voice of the ego. So clairaudience is when you can clearly hear your divine guidance. And then last we have claircognizance. So that's clear knowing. It's more associated with the crown chakra. And this is when you just know. You have those aha moments, epiphanies, illuminations, and you just get these direct downloads from the divine. And you might not even have all the facts about something, but you just know. You know that this person, you know what they're like, if they're sincere, if you can trust them, you know which way to go if you're lost, and you know your GPS isn't working because you've got this inner GPS system, which is your intuition. So that's just a little highlight of each intuitive ability. And of course, in my program, I go much, much deeper into each one and how to develop it. So the next thing I want to share with you is how you can develop all your clairs, all of your intuitive abilities. And there's three main things I want to share, because in my program I go through each one having its own specific exercises and practices that you can do. But there's three things that you can do that will help all of them, okay? So number one is developing a consistent and really sincere meditation practice. I do a lot of goddess work too, right? I'm a goddess guide. So a beautiful example from the goddess teachings is that the goddess Siege, she's a Gnostic goddess. She's the goddess of silence and stillness, and she's the mother of Sophia. So what the metaphor is, because Sophia is the goddess of wisdom, is that in our stillness and in our silence, we birth our wisdom. So that's why in order to access our wisdom, you know, the divine guidance and support and love within us, to direct our life, to live at our highest purpose, to know how we can open to love and abundance and success and support and all the good that we deserve, and to really shine our lights in the world, we want to create space to receive that guidance so that we are really trusting it. So meditation really, really, really helps us with this. You know, another beautiful saying is that prayer is how we ask and meditation is how we receive. And when we pray for something and we feel like our prayers are not being answered, often what's happened is we might be expecting a physical answer, like, God, I really am looking for that job. So I was once upon a time looking for my next PR job after a really horrible, traumatic, toxic experience in my corporate job that I had just sort of been forced to exit out of. I was forced to resign because I was complaining about harassment, basically, and I was just so traumatized. And I was looking for other PR jobs, and the doors were closed, and I didn't know what was happening because I was really qualified and I never had that problem before. But I finally got into my intuition. I dropped in, and I realized that that was not what was meant for me. I was meant to be committing to my calling and becoming a healer and a coach. So I did that, and I had to trust it. So when we get silent, we really create the space to override logic, what might seem like the most rational next step, and to go into uncharted territory, to take a risk, to take a leap of faith, whether it's falling in love with someone or starting a business or a creative project, a new endeavor. And you know, the intuition is yin and creative and expansive and adventurous, and it will push us beyond our comfort zone. And one of the greatest blocks to intuition can be not trusting it, or you know, letting our fear take over and talk us out of it, letting other people talk us out of things. So another example is when my husband and I decided felt called to come to Thailand and create our businesses so that we were location free. And we're from Canada, and I love being Canadian, and that's always home, and I will be always going back there. But everyone back home was like, no one leaves Canada, you know, we've got free healthcare. And I love Canada, but again, if we allowed other people to talk us out of it, and they were voicing some fears and anxieties that we already had, we would have not listened to our intuition and ended up not having, I'm in like end of October right now, and it's sunny, and we're complaining about it being a little too hot, you know, and in Canada it's going to be like minus 20 any day now, and snowstorms for the next 6 months, right? So following our intuition is so important, and we have to develop the courage to trust it and to go for it and take those leaps of faith to live our most beautiful, greatest lives. And that's what I mean about intuition, is that we can fall in love with our soulmates, we can pursue our callings, and if it's anything from what to have for lunch, you know, and where to move, where to relocate, who to marry, and all these big decisions and everything in between, our intuition can guide us to make the best and most enlightened and beautiful decisions for our lives. Okay, so I know I got really excited there, but back to the next step for how you can develop your intuition. The next thing you want to do is really ground yourself. So us sensitive souls can be so into meditation and spiritual practices and chakra healing and all of that, that we sort of forget to get grounded. So it's really important to make sure we are grounded, because Yes, we're spiritual beings, but there's a reason we're here on earth, and that is to make sure that we can anchor our spirits and be really effective and powerful in the world, so we can have abundant, businesses or careers, and we can have beautiful homes and create those physical, material blessings that we deserve as human beings, because we're meant to have both spiritual and material riches. And we need to be really grounded. And that means, spending time in nature, feeling your feet, and being really present. And in my program, I share a lot more tips and tools on how to do that, because I'm also a yoga teacher, so I give a lot more practices there. And then finally, for sensitive souls like us, a lot of extreme, sacred, spiritual self-care. This can be everything from space clearing to boundary setting and self-love practices. So I share a lot of specifics and tangible, practical processes in my program and in my coaching sessions. And I may even develop a book around this and a group coaching program, an online course. But for now, I just want to share some tips from the program that I have. And just please make sure that you are following your intuition as to how to take care of yourself. So if you feel really uncomfortable around someone, create some distance. Just start doing that. If you feel really drained, make sure you're taking a nice bath. Make sure you're taking breaks between your day to recenter and replenish and reground, right? And just reset. If you are a professional healer, make sure that you're taking extra care of yourself and protecting your aura, your energy field, your space, wherever I even smudge my computer because I do all my work through Skype sessions, right? So if a client has a huge release, I'm so grateful for it, but I have to make sure I'm clearing my space. So I'll even smudge my computer because it's the beautiful, blessed mechanism through which I'm doing my work. It's my office in a way, my virtual office. So extreme, non-apologetic, owning it, self-care, okay, my love? So I hope that helps you, and I hope that you just trust yourself and don't let fear block you and other people's opinions block you, and just even take baby steps to listen in, get quiet, allow that silence to birth your inner wisdom, and take steps to live the most guided and inspired and intuitive and empowered life that you deserve, and your intuition is this gift. So if you would like to go further with me, if you really feel called to just take back your spiritual power and go for it, in my program I talk about archangels for each intuitive gift, and crystals and mantras and mudras. And again, this is for you if you are really open to exploring different kinds of spiritual practices. So if you want to discuss that, drop me an email at syma@flourishinglotus.com. Contact us and we'll be happy to send you some information around the program and discuss if it'll be a right fit for you, because it really gives you so much power and practical and spiritual knowledge around how you can just live with your spiritual gift fully activated, fully engaged in your intuition, so that you are shining your light and being the light worker that you are, all right? Because you are here for a big, badass, beautiful purpose that only you can fulfill. And as a sensitive soul, part of your journey is to take back your power, to trust in your path, to follow your heart. And the last thing I want to leave you with, please, no matter whether or not you want to work with me personally, or if just this video can help you, is the whole point of intuition is to come back to your spirit. So I hope that these practices support you, and I have a lot more resources on my website that will help you with this. The infinite love meditation that I offer right on my website will help you open your clairsentience, your infinite love, your heart, help you heal, help you open to miracles. So I hope you'll receive that. But just remember that all this comes down to is our heart. One of my other favorite teachers, Gary Zukav, says that the longest journey we will ever take is the one from the head to the heart. And that's what intuition can help us do. It can help us to live from our spirits, from our souls, from our love, from our light, and shine very brightly in the world. So that's my wish for you, beloved. I hope this video has served you. If it has, please like it, share your loving feedback with me, and stay connected. Subscribe to YouTube. Visit me at flourishinglotus.com. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Connect with me on Facebook. I'll leave all that info in the description. And I'm sending you all my love and prayers that you truly embrace all of your spiritual and intuitive gifts and live the beautiful, blessed, blissful, bountiful life that you were meant to. All my love. Namaste.